Hello everybody, the survival report for the week of December 16, 23. As I did the astrology report last week, we have the situations during where the moon is in Leo, and throughout the day and begin from yesterday, the situation was kind of like crazy. A lot of the people understood what is that triggers of the ego. There was a lot of talks today about it. I communicate with a lot of people during the day, and there was a time that I was completely exhausted. But we kind of like are going to have a good week in a way, especially tomorrow. Tomorrow it's a very kind of like a very good day into, and that's going to be reflecting of what happened before. This is why I'm going to keep reminding you that whatever we learn during the retrograde period, now we have to go ahead and perform it. And the moon is going to trigger us pretty much everything that we have. Um, I mean, the moon is still going to be in Leo for a little bit while longer. We're talking about today and tomorrow. And as we have the moon, she was squirting a lot of stuff, and that portion was kind of like a very intense. But since like right now it's coming down, the only thing that's left here it's the moon. It's got a negative energy towards the masculine part of you to overcome the things inside of the ego. This is the two of the zodiac signs. Like when you get things like this, the things is gonna get very kind of like intense of it. The one it's the warrior, the other one it's the ego and the king. And this is the time where the king either sends his warriors, and if the warriors don't like the actions of the king, then the warriors have issues with the king. But when that comes in internally inside of you, you are both the king and the warrior, then the conflict it's a lot of internal, and that's what this energy was intense. It's going to be a little bit more intense. To remind you about these three guys here and Capricorn, paying attentions again into them, this energy right here with Mars, who look at it, the wisdom, who look at it, the divines, who look at it, solving its own limitations, solving its all surrounding, and all this energy here that it's in Capricorn, it is about actions, you to perform into the world, whatever you know, whatever you study to perform in the world. So tomorrow we are going to have what it's called the finger of God with those planets. It's going to begin in the morning. The moon is still going to be here in Leo. This square it's still going to be exist within Mars, but we are going to have this yacht, which is going to be a divine energy. First of all, it's going to comes in from Neptune. Neptune is going to give the visions from Pisces, and the visions of the soul. They're going to look at it, what is the wrong part of the ego, what is the wrong things that you did, what is the wrong situations that you did. That energy is going to be automatically transferred off. Yes, you need to make the actions in the world. You need to look at it, your love. You need to look at it that you are not, you are in different places, you are with different surrounding, and you need to find and fix your limitations. Why you are limiting? It's all about the truth, and that's what the moon and Leo is going to trigger the truth. And when it triggers the truth, the ego is going to have two choices: either go ahead and surrender to the truth, or you're going to fight. And this fight, this conflict here between the king and the warrior inside of you, is going to be very, very nasty. So it's all entirely up to you. What kind of choices are you going to make? Zoe. Tuesday, the moon is going to move to Virgo. And as you see it, it's going to have this beautiful trine here within earth signs. That's going to be between the sun and Uranus. Very beautiful energy of you to solve your universal stuff, things that you didn't did, actions that you didn't get. Jupiter is going to be at the 3 degree of Capricorn, and that energy here, because the moon is in 3 degree, and also pretty much Uranus, that energy here, it's going to be the growth within the universe. The universe is going to support you to do the changes from the yesterday that you got the messages you have to do. Those going to be the changes that you're going to be decide. I want to stop to suffer. I want to stop doing all this inner fights. As you see at the inner fight here with Mars and the moon is not going to be here anymore. Mars is going to be in peace, and use this peaceful energy to solve your internal conflicts, and then solve your conflict with everybody else that you have into. This is the part of the healing. Anything that comes in here, and Virgo, that is the Virgin Mother of healing, of caring. That is the hospital inside of you. Those are the things you need to fix into. Of course, everything goes bad, and when you don't fix the things, and when the moon moves in, it's going to opposing the inner visions, those the inner visions of Monday, and it's going to be a trigger. Did you did the right things? Did you did the right stuff? Did you read the right situations? The moon is going to square the sun and in Sagittarius, and the sun it's squaring already Neptune. That energy that it's click, you gotta be very careful, because your inner visions of what you think that the other had to do for you, that can comes in from you. But you have to be looking at about this energy here with Mars. Mars goes down into those three guys here of what is going on. It's the same lesson, just on a little different level. Gotta remind you that a moment of anger can save you thousands of moments of regrets. As the moon is gonna cross over to Libra, it's gonna remind you that look at your divine relationship. Taurus and Libra, they are both controlled by Venus, and this is about what is your first love, is your parents, your material stuff, but then is your relationship with others. Taurus represents the relationship with yourself, Libra represents the relationship with others. And this energy is going to be very active. It's going to be, if your relationship with yourself is good, then the relationship with others is going to be okay. And during these days, you're going to be triggered. You're going to have this squaring between the Sun and Jupiter, kind of like preventing you from growth. It's opposing of everything that you need to do so you can focus on this. That is going to be your main focus for the day, and that's going to be on Thursday. Hopefully you make the right choices for you. As the moon, it's going to go into Libra. It's going to look at it, your relationships with others. What is your limitations with others? What is your limitations about love? What is your limitations of who are you surround with it? And it's going to trigger a review from the past. It's going to be pointing out to the inner visions of the soul of what's going on in you. What is the situations that you hadn't fixed yet? What do you still need to work? Because everything is about the inner work. Saturday, the solstice time, and we are going to have opposition of the moon and Uranus. Usually during this opposition right here, a lot of the people feel the intensity of going against God, going against their own will. Then also the square here with Venus, which is Venus is going to be crossing into Aquarius. Venus is going to begin to be rebellion. It's about time to do something change. I can't handle this. I need to change, I need to figure the things out. And you might feel that a lot of the people who have more feminine energy, all of a sudden they're gonna go rebellion. All of a sudden they're gonna go, I need to change this. I have to have what I need to have. I need to find my peace. I need to find what I've been looking for. I need to find the love inside of it. Since this is going to be in the air sign of Aquarius, it's going to be looking for a new way of new things that need to come up. Something that you haven't done before, you have a fear of doing it, and you're going to be looking how to fix it. But that energy is going to be increased throughout the day. It's very careful because this is the time when the moon is going to shift from Libra to Scorpio, and early in the morning you're gonna feel this intensity of something has to finish, something has to be done with it, and no more inner problems, no more inner situations. And when the move cross into uh, Scorpio, that is the time of the underworld. That is the time when you see the dark side of yourself, the dark side of the warrior in you. You're gonna be changing all this. You're gonna be working on it, and a lot of the people is gonna be have a lot of triggers. Be very careful with these energies. They're gonna be very powerful. Don't say that I didn't say so. And Sunday, the energy is gonna be completely different. Did you do the right things? Did you do your revaluations of the situations? And as you see it, the only two negative aspects, that's going to be between Uranus and Venus. That's going to be the time when the universe is going to be like, I give you the love of your life and you abandon it. I give you the situations of what you did, and don't blame me for your own actions. So there's going to be this kind of like inner conversations between you and God inside of you. And here it's going to be between the Mercury and Neptune. It's gotta be these intense conversations about your inner visions. Why did they don't work the way your ego saw it? Why they not the right things? And you have to talk to someone to express yourself of everything that goes inside of you, so you can get off out of it of your system. So thank you so much for watching the Astro Viber report. I'm gonna be doing next week evaluations of 2019, and we're gonna do also the video about of what's coming up of 2020. So thank you so much, guys, and good luck and be loved.